Morning, everybody. I'm Frida Stoffer. I've been quiet this weekend on YouTube. I decided not to record on weekends much because of YouTube's rules about children, and my kids are home on the weekend, and sometimes they don't really want to be recorded or have me recording when they're around. So it's okay. I'll do it when they're at school or when I'm out. Just drop my little ones off at school. Well, I came one time to drop them off, and then my daughter said, "Mommy, I forgot my backpack and my lunch at home." So we had to turn around and go back and get it. It's okay, it's not far. But we went back and got it for her and came back. Now she's probably going in now. It's 36 degrees here this morning, so I don't know why they are not letting the kids go in. Sometimes they let them in. Oh. When it's cold or raining or something, they let them go right in, but this morning they're not. I guess they think 36 is not that cold. Felt cold to me though. My husband dropped the twins off again. It saves me a little gas if he drops them off in the morning, because he has to go close by their school to go to work anyway. Now I'm going home. I woke up tired, so I need to go back to bed. Maybe. Maybe I'll get woke up. I slept a lot this weekend though. I was still a little congested and still wheezing, but I guess I need to call the doctor, see if I can come. I don't know what I'm gonna have for breakfast unless, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna make the broccoli microwave broccoli and egg whites. It's really nice. I put some seasoning in it, put a little bit of shallot, a little bit of shallots, a little bit of diced tomatoes, and steamed broccoli. The broccoli needs to be pre-steamed. Put some seasonings in, no salt. And at the end, I just sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top, and it tastes really good. Probably gonna have that for breakfast again. Everyone's got their heat on. Everybody's exhaust is steaming or smoking. Last night I put some of those hot hands hand warmers in my feral cats' beds because I worried about them getting too cold, so I put those hand warmers in their beds. And then I noticed that Amazon has self-warming beds for pets. So I'm thinking of trying to get them some of those, because they have some that you plug in for pets, but those you need to be near a plug-in, and I don't have a plug-in on the outside of the house where they sleep. So I'm considering getting some of those self-warming pads for pets so they can uh, sleep on the self-warming pads, and I don't have to keep buying the hot hands. Um, the hot hands work for 18 hours, but that's it. And those pet beds, the self-warming pet beds, could last longer and not have to be bought as often. I really feel bad for the cats that are so cold when it's so cold outside. So that's what I'm thinking to do. I don't want any of them getting so cold they get frostbite. It's not that cold here in Memphis most of the time, but still, it's not nice for them to be cold. I love the cats because I don't have any rats or mice in the house. They get rid of them. So I'm gonna go make my breakfast. I'm back. I made my breakfast. It's a broccoli and egg white bowl, and I love how and it's microwaved. I love how the egg clings to the broccoli. I bought the broccoli that you steam in a bag, and I steamed it first, and then I put it, when it was still hot, I put it in here with the tomatoes and the avocados and shallots and egg white, and then I cook it in 2-minute increments. I cook it for 2 minutes, and then I give it a stir, make sure everything's tumbled over, and then as I do that, little by little, the egg clings to the broccoli, and I like how that tastes and how it feels. I seasoned this with some garlic powder, some black pepper, some black seeds, some oregano, some nutritional yeast, and at the very end I put some Parmesan cheese on it when it was all done. It's a little hot, but I like the texture of how the egg clings to the broccoli. And also, when you cook it in the microwave, you don't get the scorched taste on the broccoli that you sometimes get in a pan. Mm. So this does have a little fat from the avocado. I put about 1/4 of an avocado in, but there's no other source of fat in there. Well, I guess Parmesan has a little fat, but don't really use that much. This bowl would have been vegan up until the point where I added the Parmesan on top. The tomato also clings to the broccoli because it's in the egg. This is that the steaming broccoli that I get from Aldi for 95 cents a bag. And you just steam it in the bag. You're not supposed to puncture the bag or pierce it or tear it or anything. It's supposed to stay sealed. Um, Yesterday, our hot water heater went out. Or maybe it was Saturday. And yesterday the men fixed it. Finally. So nobody got any showers on Saturday because the hot water heater was off. And yesterday they made up for it. There's a little story I wanted to tell you. Uh, it was very funny. I went to the store and I don't remember which store it was, but I was looking for cat food and I spoke to the lady that was working there, and I don't remember what I said. I found it, so then I went back to her, or I met her again in the cereal aisle, and I said, okay, I got my cat food, now I need my kid food, and I was looking at the cereal, and for some reason that cracked her up, and she was laughing and laughing and laughing. How I got my cat food, now I'm looking for my kid food. And uh, I wouldn't have really noticed. I mean, it would have just been something random and forgotten, but for the fact that she laughed so much, uh, I remembered how how tickled she got about that. And I remembered her happy laughter. I think she chuckled a while about that. And I'm just remembering it because I remembered her laughter. See, the egg even clings to the shallots. The egg, and it makes the tomatoes cling to it in little bite-sized bites. I just tumbled the broccoli around in the bowl a couple of times while I cook it for 2 minutes and tumble it and cook it for 2 more minutes and tumble it and maybe for 1 minute more after that. I As long as I see liquid egg in the bottom, I keep uh, continuing cooking it, and I like how that turns out in little bites. For some reason, I get nasally lately. My nose is a bit stuffy. Love my coffee. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I have a strong urge to go sleep. Can't get rid of this. runny nose and wheezing and coughing. I eat a chicken breast every day. Now, I used to try to eat vegetarian or vegan all the time, most of the time. But everybody who is a vegan is pretty aggressive, and they make you feel really guilty if you don't or can't eat vegan. I tried, but you see where that got me. It triggered my blood sugar problems. I have pre-diabetes, and vegan, vegetarian meals are usually higher in carbs because you have to fill up somehow and get your protein from something. So it's grains or legumes, and those are the things that grains trigger my pre-diabetes, and legumes trigger my IBSD. So I discovered I can eat meat and low FODMAP vegetables and feel my best. I do eat some stevia sweetened or sugar-free desserts or chocolates. But not all the time. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to go, I don't know if I'll nap or watch a movie or what. But I wish everybody a great week and a happy Monday. Thank you for watching. Bye.